What's going on, everybody? It's me. It's me. It's the PRIME coming at you guys with another episode of the Prime Nostalgia Podcast. And this week, I have on a returning guest, Mr. A&E from the Nerd Coalition. And I say you can check this guy out. He's on No Game Is Needed. He's on everything, really. No Game Is Needed. His YouTube channel, Nerd Coalition. You guys should go check that out. The Real Nerd Coalition is your website that he got a lot of good merchandise. You guys should check out, these different hoodies and such. He's been talking about this layover hoodie for a long time now, and he's finally got it. Ain't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah,
that is right.
Mr. A&E, you just go check him out. Go check out the Nerd Coalition and all of their podcasts. Look, they got a lot. I was gonna name them all, but then I thought about it. I was like, I don't want to tongue twist them. I don't want to mess them up. But yes, they do have a lot of good content. I think you guys should check out. And we're here today. Well, actually, introduce yourself to the people real quick. Introduce yourself again before I just start talking over everything.
What's going on, everybody? It's NC in the place to be, chilling with your homie, Mr. A&E. Prime is right about there, Mr. A&E from the Nerd Coalition. I host and produce a shitload of podcasts and other great stuff and all that, so you can find out all that on therealnerdcoalition.com. Once again, it's therealnerdcoalition.com. You can see all our podcasts that we do, all our YouTube stuff that we do. Patreon is coming, and to buy our merch and our homegrown rapper, Q-Flow, Christian rapper over there, his merch as well. So that layover is his merch, and now we got Nerd Coalition merch coming as well.
So y'all gotta do what he said. All the merch, all the podcasts, everything. Y'all gotta go support. Gotta support everybody, especially in this time, in this month, being February. It's Black History Month. So what I thought we should do, I thought we should just talk about our favorite black people, whether it's actors, athletes, singers, just everybody. I want to start with athletes because what we do is when I'm on his channel and his podcast, we talk about wrestling a lot. So we are already doing one. So if you want to know our favorite wrestlers, favorite black wrestler, you got to go to his No Game Is Needed. But as far as athletes, that's what we're going to talk about right now. And just who are some of your favorite athletes?
Well, I do want to give a shout out to one of the greatest athletes, not just black athletes, but greatest athletes of all time who just did pass last month.
Yep.
Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sort of going to be like, the NBA is going to be hurt the rest of this year. The rest of the season is not going to be the same. I guarantee you, however the championship ends up this year, I guarantee you by fate, if you took the Kobe death out, it would not be the same. Would not be the same one. I'm just saying, if the Clippers win it this year, if Kobe had passed away, I don't think the Clippers probably would have won it.
Okay.
If the Sixers win it, it's like I feel that he really shift everything. So definitely, I want to give a shout out to him. But now, when it comes to favorite African American athletes, man, I do have a couple of them because once again, basketball is my favorite sport.
I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Yeah, oh man, I'm not getting Curtis Blow or Bow Wow no credit for that. I'm playing. So some of my favorites, so I'm a huge fan of Baron Davis.
Oh yeah, Baron Davis.
Baron Davis is one of my favorite. I have two favorite basketball players of all time. Now, of course, everybody can be like Jordan, Kobe, Magic. Those people are in the way my co-host Q-Flow would say. They in the clouds.
Yeah.
They in the clouds. You supposed to like them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Exactly, but now I'm giving y'all players that people be like, So my two favorite players in NBA history of all time is Baron Davis and Chris Webber.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
when I play basketball, I tried to I was so into both of those players. Everything that about my game and everything about my basketball career came from those players. For instance, my number on the court was 14.
Oh, okay.
So I took the 1 from Baron Davis and took the 4 from Chris Webber. made the 14.
Okay, all right. That's a nice concept.
Yeah, and Baron Davis was one of the first. People, even my wife was like, "Why do you love Baron Davis so much?" And I'm like, because Baron Davis, when I was watching him, I grew up in the era where the point guard was just the player who set up the plays, got your assists. That's the era I grew up in.
Yep.
And every now and then, saying that they can get you about a good 15 points. When Baron Davis came up on the scene, he was one of the first ones. I agree. Like I said, Jason Kidd is a true point guard. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of my favorites also. But Baron Davis was the first point guard that had hops.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, hops. He was one of the first point guards that was in the dunk contest that dunked. Because we can go back to Darryl Armstrong, who laid it up in the dunk contest.
Hey man, he barely got it. All right. Barely.
I was like, yo, man, he kept me missing like every dunk. But Baron Davis was one of the earliest point guards. I trust there were other point guards that had leaps. We know about Spud Webb. Okay. I'm saying I'm not ignorant to all that stuff, but I'm saying, but the ones who excited me to the point, I was like, yo, he's not. It's not like he's getting up for a little guy. He getting up like, him and Steve Francis was like they had buddies.
Okay.
Yeah, and I liked his, but he also. See, the thing is, Steve Francis was like a shooting guard in a point guard position. So was AI.
Oh yeah.
Baron Davis was the one that had the bunnies and the athleticism as a shooting guard, but had the mindset of a point guard.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's what I loved about him. And then Chris Webber, my man Chris Webber, is from the era of the KG Duncan Dirk Club. That whole early 2000 when Power Force was running the earth. Chris Webber was in that conversation. It's just that the injury bug had to hit somebody, and it hit Chris Webber.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And once again, I will debate to this day. Look, God rest your soul, Kobe, but you knew that game didn't belong to y'all in 2002 in the Western Conference Finals when they was in. Robert Horry saved their ass, and the refs called a bullshit game, and you know that. I will fight that to the end.
Maybe they paid him off or something.
Game. What'd you say?
Maybe they paid him off.
Hey man, look, I will fight that. Shaq talk about some them Sacramento Queens. Look, I will fight that to the end. But Chris Webber was one of the first power forwards once again who had like the athleticism and handle like a guard.
He did have some good handles though. Like that was rare back then for like a big guy.
Exactly. But however, that. And the reason why I say him because he was one of the first ones. See, Duncan, KG, and Dirk came later. C-Webb was 90. He came in 93? I think, or 90. The 92 or 93 is when C-Webb came. Garnett didn't come till 96. Or 97, and Duncan same thing in 97. Dirk was like 97, so he was there first. He was one of the ones, he bring it around the back and dunk on Sir Charles. He crossed Kenny Smith in the middle of the floor. Like that's what Chris Webber had, and they all emulated that. Which I think KG was the best one to emulate what Chris Webber did. And he just had more athleticism. But yeah, Baron Davis and Chris Webber when it comes to basketball, my two favorites.
Okay. See, I got a couple of favorites that people might not say like they'll say like why him, but I like aside from like the main people like Shaq and AI, I like Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. From his short time he was on fire.
I hated Gilbert Arenas.
Oh man, his short time when he was on fire. Oh my god, I can understand.
I hated Gilbert Arenas.
Why you hated Gilbert, man?
Yo, man, Gilbert Arenas got on my nerves, right? Because first of all, I will say this: he came out of nowhere and got hot,
and torched everybody too.
And he torched everybody. He gave early LeBron the problems. Okay, and I'm not gonna take that away from him, but there was something about that arrogance and that. I'm like, bro, you a flash in the pan type thing. I'm just like, Gilbert Arenas was like, this man was averaging 31 season. And he irked, for some reason, I just could not get into Gilbert Arenas. And every time he came out, like, even back in high school, we had the joke. They were all making fun of me about Gilbert Arenas. Like, my friend would go buy a whole Wizards warm up.
Oh, my God.
He was there just to taunt me. And I'm just like, We not even in DC. I hated Gilbert Arenas, but I can understand why you would like him now.
Yeah, that one the two couple seasons when he was like actually like on top and on fire. And then like he kind of drifted off a little bit and had his little issues with the Warriors and stuff. But
Yeah.
then a couple seasons he was all right. Also, like I know how you said about the point guard earlier. My favorite point guard, like I don't know if it's of all time. You know they got the Magics and all that, but like just one of my favorite point guards, just a favoritism is Chris Paul because he can do everything a point guard should do. He could set you up real nice. He can get you like 10 assists a game. He could score like 25 or 30 a game, get you a couple steals. Like I just like him and Jason Kidd, but like mostly Chris Paul is one of the ones I really like.
I do agree with you, even though I would lean more towards Jason Kidd because I was a Nets fan also.
Yeah.
Because J Kidd was on there, and it's like J Kidd for the young people that don't know, J Kidd was the original Russell Westbrook before Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, he was doing everything.
Exactly. And before J Kidd, it was Oscar Robertson. But before that, before Russell Westbrook, don't go too far back, J Kidd was doing it. He was Mr. Triple Double.
And he got a lot of them too. So I mean, yeah.
I mean, so if we still on athletes, you want to go to another sport?
I mean, I will have some more, but I'm trying to think of like because I like a lot of basketball players, but I don't want to say like the main people. So I guess we could go to football because you know.
I mean, look, if they're your favorites, I suggest you say say the main people. Obviously, people like I love Magic. I love Jordan. Yep. I love Kobe.
Yep.
I actually like LeBron. I like Wade. I like all of them. But if I'm a fan of basketball, shit, I should like them. I'm saying, but yeah, I was just giving you like my two favorite that had the most impact on me.
Well, my favorite has been my favorite since 2008. It's been my favorite player in the whole league, and I know I might get a lot of flack from this from other people, but I don't care. Especially since these recent days, I like Kevin Durant. I ain't gonna even be ashamed to say it. Kevin Durant is my favorite player, even though people don't like what he did when he went to Golden State. His Oklahoma days are just so amazing. OKC was and still is my favorite team. I don't care if they still 8th seed or not. I really do like OKC, and I like KD because when he burst on the scene, he just burst on the scene and just started scoring 30 a night out of nowhere, and then he just kept it up, started going like to 32, and started becoming like this, all-star and everything. It's just the way that he plays is what got me too, because he can do everything at like 7 feet. So that's probably why I lean over to KD more than anybody, and I always got these KD and LeBron and all that, but I ain't care. KD was that dude.
KD was the man. KD was the man. Like I said, I think it was a little grimy. But you know what? I mean, we can. I mean, what's done is done. I mean, obviously, you ran the championships, but I mean, like, look, I like LeBron also, but there's some things every basketball player, especially that's at the top, has done something that we don't agree with.
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, but it's like it happened. I mean, there's a lot of crap that AI did. I love AI, but I was like, really, I like the way LeBron went to Miami.
Honestly, at that point, I was like, I ain't really care at that point about like where he went because I ain't think like now it's a big thing when people go places, but back then I was like, okay, he gonna go to Miami and do something. I ain't know it was gonna turn into what it turned into.
Exactly.
But yeah, for KD is like when he went to Golden State. Of course, people was talking about. I'm like, y'all acting like KD about to sit here and score like 5 points tonight to win. I'm like, nah, KD about to come out here and score 30 and like get like 10 assists. 10 rebounds. He gonna give you something. It ain't like he just gonna score like 5 points like everybody else. And yeah. I always wanted to go to the Golden State games where like Steph, Clay, and KD just all shooting threes and like it's just all back to back to back. I wish I could have went to the games. Huh?
That would have been hot.
Yes, it would have been just amazing. But you want to move over to football? We can move over to football. Hey, you can go first.
Okay. Well, football once again. Some of I mean, obviously, I'm a fan of Deion Sanders, but he's in the clouds. Ray Lewis in the clouds. You know, those
Deion.
people when you say
obviously, for me, Deion is like one of the greatest. Obviously, to me,
it's prime time. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah.
But one of my favorite football players that I respected the hell out of was McNabb.
How do I know you was gonna say that? I don't know why I knew you was gonna say that, but I did.
Donovan McNabb did not get his fair shake in Philly. And I think that they just crucified him because they were just tired. Look, Donovan McNabb was the better pick over Ricky Williams. Get over it.
Now I know at first y'all didn't like him, but then I guess it seemed like y'all kind of did embrace him after them 5. What is it? I don't know what division y'all in, but y'all got them 5 championships for that division. So
yeah, the NFC East.
Yeah, NFC East. So I'm like, I think y'all just started embracing him when the winning started happening.
And I don't know how many NFC, how many AFC championships Ricky Williams got. None. That's what it was. And McNabb was on the quarterback like he had a cannon for an arm.
Yeah.
And I thought he was pretty decent quarterback. Yes, he had some ground balls, obviously, but McNabb has the lowest interception rate in Eagles quarterback history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and McNabb has led them, and of course, this man throwing up had that rib
my God
injury in the Super Bowl and still came out and played, and y'all lost by we lost by 3.
Yeah, man.
It was against Tom fucking Brady, but I'm just saying, but it happened. I mean, you know, saying we got our win back, but I'm just saying, but still, McNabb is one of my favorite. I mean, obviously, Philly loves Brian Dawkins, but McNabb is one of my favorites to the play. I'm like, he didn't get that much respect.
Yeah, man. McNabb is good too.
Huh?
I was like, yeah, McNabb is good.
Yeah, McNabb is good. I was a fan of Keyshawn Johnson.
Really? All right.
Yeah, I said was. I'm saying it didn't stay around too long. Huge fan of Shannon Sharp, not just because of Undisputed.
Boy.
Yeah, huge fan of Shannon Sharp, not just because of Undisputed, but because that man is in the conversation of greatest tight ends of all time.
Yep, he's in that conversation. Also,
he's in the conversation.
Probably in the conversation of greatest sports analyst of all time because he's so funny.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious. He is fucking hilarious, and he not gonna take crap from Skip. Skip at all. But I it's like, should he have been in the NFL 100? You can debate it. I in my opinion, he probably should have, but obviously you got Gronk and Tony Gonzalez up there, you know, so they take his spot. But you know, Gronk got the Shaq spot this year anyway. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But yes, Shannon Sharp, Lawrence Taylor. This is the reason why I'm a Giants fan now.
LT,
the man that people legitimately feared.
Yeah. He doesn't
legitimately feared Lawrence Taylor, and then of course us as wrestling fans, you can't forget about WrestleMania 11, the match of Bam Bam Bigelow.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
You know what I'm saying? But LT was the actual reason why I picked up a Giants jersey and said, "This is the one. This is the reason why I like this sport, and this is the reason why I like the Giants." Because of LT, not no LaDainian Tomlinson. I'm talking about Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
And I also have a huge respect for Reggie White.
Reggie White, yes.
Yes, I love Reggie White. Now, the household I grew up in, my grandfather was a Randall Cunningham guy.
Oh, really? Okay. Randy Cunningham.
Yeah, my grandfather, and you know, by the day we record this podcast, February 4th, this is the day in 1997, this is the day he passed away.
Oh, man.
So, I was thinking about him today, and yes, I remember he was a huge Randall Cunningham guy, and and back in the day, Randall Cunningham used to have a candy bar.
What?
And he would go out and get the Randall Cunningham candy bars and have the football and had the pictures and everything for, you know, to lead the Eagles to the Super Bowl. So, you know, in this household, I grew up at, there's a huge love for Randall Cunningham.
Well, we could go by positions. I'm gonna just say, all right. I'm gonna just name a position, and you
Don't
can
you
just
say Dante Culpepper?
no. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just name a position. You can just tell me like the first person that comes to your mind. This one, it don't have to be Black History. I just want to see where you at. All right.
Sure.
Jerry Rice. I mean, shit. Wide receiver. Wide receiver. That's not Jerry Rice.
Oh, watch it. It's not Jerry Rice.
Yes.
Either between T.O. and Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay. All right. The first one that came to my mind was T.O.
Yeah.
All right. Linebacker. That's not LT.
Who? Any kind of linebacker? You got the middle linebacker. You got the
any three.
Yeah. Ray Lewis.
Okay, that would have came to my mind too. Back. We gonna say safety, corner, free safety. Any one of those.
Well,
other than Dion.
Safety is Troy Polamalu.
Oh yeah. Troy's up there.
It's Troy Polamalu. And if I'm doing cornerback, you know what? It's between two that come to my mind when I hear cornerback, and that's either Charles Woodson,
okay,
or Darrelle Revis.
Oh, all right, okay.
So yeah, it's between them two. Like when I hear cornerback, I think of each one of them two on each side. I'm like, that's called shutdown game. I'm not talking about Nnamdi Asomugha who can only play one side. I'm not talking about Sherman who got burnt already. But I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm liking. I would say I would put like an Ed Reed up there. Ed Reed and Charles Woodson are too good. I'm liking Patrick Peterson. I'm liking where he's going.
Yeah.
I don't know about Champ Bailey. Like Champ Bailey is good, but I don't know. Just something about him. I don't know if he's all the way there yet, but he's in the Hall of Fame, so what do I know?
I mean, Ed Reed just looks homeless every time I see him.
He growing his hair. He's like, I got the money. I got the Hall of Fame. I don't care what you think. That's how I feel like he go. He's like, I don't care.
I don't care. Bro. All right, no problem.
This man got a long beard. He got like a long gray streak in his beard and his hair. It's like a design or something.
It's all gray. I'm like, oh, bro, like you just rolled off the bench.
But then you see Ray Lewis, his is jet black.
Yeah, because he lying.
All right, you did say Donovan McNabb. I'm gonna say quarterback. Other than Donovan McNabb.
Oh, quarterback other than Donovan McNabb. Okay, so it's Steve McNair.
Okay.
Or because I'm going by like my household, it was Randall Cunningham.
Okay. My household, it was the cheat code known as Michael Vick. That was the cheat code for Madden. And it's like
you can't go wrong with Warren Moon also.
Yeah, Warren Moon as well. It was like quarterbacks. People take much pride when their quarterbacks are, African American because it's just, it's just good to see,
because you don't see it that often.
And then, like, people make fun of when you do see it, they always scramble. But I ain't gonna even lie. Michael Vick is my type of quarterback that I like. You can scramble when you need to and throw it when you need to. It's like
Black men run. We know how to run. Okay, that's what it is.
And nimble too.
Run all our
life. Yeah, nimble with it. Nimble with getting out of defenders. It's good. What about running backs? Comes to your mind?
Ooh. Oh God, because now here you go. It's between three.
All right.
Now, as soon as I hear running backs, I think of these three names.
Okay.
Walter Payton.
All right.
Barry Sanders.
Okay.
Emmitt Smith.
Okay. That's pretty good. That is good.
How can you not think of those three? But there's a strong fourth that runs up behind him in AP.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I was gonna say. He's strong with it.
Yeah, he's a strong fourth that runs up behind there in AP because that boy is ridiculous.
Yeah, man. AP just don't stop. Don't stop.
But there is one underrated one that I do like in D'Angelo Williams.
Okay, I thought. Okay, hey, that's nice. D'Angelo Williams is nice. He don't. I think he need another chance or something. But he's still nice.
Well, he tries to look out an Impact Wrestler. You know he do.
He did. I thought he did good in his debut, honestly. But
Yeah, he did good.
Uh, we're gonna move this over. That's enough of the athletes. I think we're gonna move over and talk about some singing because I want to hear some of your favorite African American or Black singers or maybe songwriters if you know any. Just some that impacted you or your favorites.
Y'all know what I won't say. The number one
Of course,
entertainer
Of course.
and singer on my list and in the world
of course,
is Michael Joseph Jackson.
of course.
I have to say his name like Skip Bayless says Michael Jeffrey Jordan. It's Michael Joseph Jackson.
Of course.
He is the man, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Nobody is touching Mike.
Nobody.
All right. And you know what? I ain't trying to hear about any of that stuff that went on in his life and stuff like that. Man, look, the man got problems. All right. And the man admitted he had some issues because of his childhood. But I will tell you, when it comes to that music, when it comes to that geniusness, when it comes to everything, Michael Jackson is the man.
The man.
I ain't been watching because I remember I was scared of Thriller.
Oh, why? Okay, I understand. I was too. I ain't gonna lie. When I first seen it and in the dark, I was in the dark too. And I thought, like when they had the part at the end where they just come in your home. I thought I was safe in my house, and then they just broke this lady's house down. I was like, oh, well.
Exactly.
I ain't safe at all.
Now, after Michael Jackson, you gotta give honor to Prince.
Yeah, Prince.
And you know what's funny in my household. My wife is the bigger Prince fan, along with her dad. Her dad has a whole mural of Prince at his house that he painted.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because he's an artist. Okay. So anything from Minneapolis, he loves that. Morris Day, Alexander O'Neal, that's his stuff. Prince is his guy. Now,
you know what?
I'm the Mike guy.
Yeah.
So we got head-to-head battles all the time. Who is it? Is it Prince or is it Michael? I'm just like, I always go with Michael.
Always.
Other Black singers that I love, Luther
Vandross. Which one now? Did we talk about Big Luther or Little Luther?
You know what? Little Luther had some bops, but Big Luther had hits.
Okay.
There's a difference. See, every now and then everybody can hit that. Excuse me, miss. What's your name? Where are you from? And can I come? And possibly can I? Everybody can bop to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when my man says, a house is not a home with the two of us, bro, that's a hit. That's a hit. That is a song that you don't replicate.
Yeah.
When you hit it, anyone who have a heart. Oh my God, Luther is that guy, and I love Luther. I love Teddy P.
Oh yeah, Teddy.
And also because he is Philly native, also, but I do love Teddy P. And Teddy P was probably I can't call him underrated because the man did his thing. That man had 5 platinum albums in a row. That's what
you call a baller right there. That's what you call.
That's what you call a legend right there. Yeah. That's legend status. I'm sorry how I remember. That's the old head money you got. Teddy money. When it comes to some of my sisters out there, huge Anita Baker fan.
Okay.
I mean, of course, Aretha's in the clouds.
Okay, Whitney.
Gladys Knight's Whitney's in the clouds, long Gladys Knight. But the thing about Whitney though, I liked Whitney, but I wasn't in love with Whitney.
Ah, see, you didn't see it. My sister was the hugest Whitney fan, and like at one point, we only had one TV, and like for us, as for my siblings and me, so I had to watch everything Whitney concerts. I had to watch being Bobby Brown just because Whitney was on there. So like everything Whitney, we had to watch. We had to watch The Bodyguard over and over and over. We had to watch.
Oh man, she watch when he gets saved by that Kevin Costner fella.
Yes, everything Whitney. It's like So Whitney, a big part was like it was like I was forced into it, but I liked it. But it's like I was like, all right, I ain't gonna complain about Whitney today. So yeah, you got any more?
Oh man, the list when it comes to singing stuff like that can go on and on because I like a lot of old school music as well.
Of course.
But yeah, one of my favorites. I mean, you gotta put. I mean, Michael helped transcend a whole new thing of that because you gotta put Usher in there.
Yeah, Usher. Yep.
I do like Usher when it comes to my hip hop, which lady sketches about. You got to give Hov credit. Hov is one of the African Americans out here that is just killing the game today, doing good at 50.
Yeah, man, Hov is killing it. Hov, man,
Hov's good. You got to put your Biggie and Tupac in there because they obviously in the clouds.
You also got to give the Hov wife, Beyonce. Gotta give her some credit.
Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of our time.
Yeah, like, look, Beyonce, I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into it, but some people say like she can put on a better show than Michael used to. I'm like, she's in like 2020 putting on shows. Michael was in 2009. Like, there's no comparison of like, because let Michael would have seen he could do like a hologram or something. Let him say he would have been able to do some of the stuff she's doing. He would have came. I want to say from the dead, but he would have came out of retirement if he was like still living.
What people gotta recognize is, see, that right there, people don't see that right there. That's called ignorance right there. Because see, people must not see that MTV stage thing he did with Dangerous. Like, see, Mike was the kind of guy that the choreography was what it killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Had all of them doing things. He would tell a story on stage, and then once again, Billie Jean sold herself.
Come on now.
Mike got people falling over fainting when he bring that suitcase out, put it on the bench, because you know what's coming.
It's the whole theatrics. The whole theatrics is like what he doing. It's like so quiet sometimes. He just casually, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna take the glove out. Like it's pure darkness, but the glove shines in the light. The little light.
Because you know what's coming, and they'll say, and that's they go back. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking nothing away from Beyonce or the Beehive. I'm just saying that she has more access to obviously this stuff, this generation's technology, which Michael didn't have at that time.
Let this man figure out that they would have had like he could have stand there and like 20 Michaels would have popped up. He wouldn't have had no dances. It would have been just him.
He would have called near not a brother back. Man, put Jackie through Randy up here on stage, and I gotta call him again.
Oh man,
I gotta call him again.
So you got your people. I know you got some groups. Come on now, you gotta give me some groups.
Greatest group of all, one of my favorite, of course, is Jackson 5.
Of course. Well, okay. So I'm a Jackson fan. So are you for the Jackson 5 or for the Jacksons? Because it is a slight difference.
There are two different groups. For those who don't know, Jackson 5 was Jermaine. Mm-hmm. Jackson's was Randy.
Yeah.
Jackson's was the Sound of Philadelphia before they went to Epic Records, where Jackson 5 was Motown. So here's the thing.
There was like a little slight edge between when they were the Jacksons and Jackie. Jermaine was with them too.
That's 2300 Jackson Street. I don't count any of that crap.
All right.
But I mean, I get why you say that, but the Jacksons that you're referring to, that's 1976 to about, I would say, 1980, 81.
81, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, oh my God, because they both got the hits. They both got the hits. Obviously, Jackson were a little bit more grown. But,
yeah, my favorite hit is actually "Dancing Machine." That's like one of my favorite Jackson songs.
That's my favorite Jackson 5 song.
Yes,
that's my favorite Jackson 5 song today. "Dancing Machine" is that.
Or "Shake Your Body" for me.
From 1969 to 1973. They were the ish. Then from 74, 75, I didn't like their songs.
Okay.
They were kind of boring to me. Other than All I Do Is Think of You.
Oh, that's them songs Randy wrote.
Exactly. But then when the Jacksons came, see, I was all for let me show you the way to go. I was all for that. And all the way up into when we learned pop lock with him and Mick Jagger and State of Shock, I was off. I'm going to give the slight edge to the Jacksons.
Okay.
Slight edge to the Jacksons because Blame It on the Boogie.
Oh, yeah.
And You know, it's one of my favorite. It's my favorite Jackson song. That and show you the way to go.
Yeah, I'm more like the Jacksons because they had, like I said, Shake Your Body. They more did Dance Machine as the Jacksons, even though it was like a Jackson 5 song, but they more did it as the Jacksons. And I can't tell you how many times I don't watch that one part where he do the robot, the dun 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 dun, 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 like that part.
Yeah.
I watched it where they speed it up, they slow it down. They just so many times they done did it that I watched it. So I'm
Man,
gonna
I
say the
must
Jacksons.
watch every angle of that joint.
This man invented the robot. Come on now, come on.
Exactly.
But yeah, I give it to the Jacksons. As you know, like I'm a big tour watcher, so I watch a lot of tours, and yeah, he had the best tours, the Jacksons, when it was doing four. Kind of mad he didn't get to have a Thriller tour, but
Ooh, bro, but he had a bad one now.
yeah.
And then people was dying, so they were like, "Oh God!" and just pass it out.
What other tours are? I mean, what other groups are your favorites?
DeBarge.
Oh yeah, okay, yep, I know.
I'm a huge DeBarge fan because I'm an El DeBarge guy.
So you were happy to watch that movie then? That DeBarge movie? You ain't care about it.
You mean Bobby DeBarge story?
Yeah.
That crap of a movie. That shit was terrible. Terrible.
I watched
they should be ashamed.
I watched like the first 10 minutes of it. I was like, I can't do this.
No, I mean, it was a disgrace because I know, because I studied DeBarge a lot and read up on them all the time, I know their story. And I'm like, y'all are forgetting things and y'all not putting things in there, and it's not making sense with making sense of the context that y'all trying to teach. No, I'm not for that crap at all. And it was a disgrace to Bobby DeBarge. It ain't like Bobby went, like all Bobby did was just go around, fucking men, fuck women, get high. That's all he did. And there's more to Bobby DeBarge than that. The way he died there was just like, I was like, oh, this is terrible. So yes, the DeBarge family is my favorite.
Okay.
Some favorite songs.
Okay.
If I go to Switch, it's I Wanna Be Closer to You, Baby. I love that one. They're going to go over to DeBarge, Dream. Even though Buddy sung Leo that one, Love Me a Special Way. I like it. Then El DeBarge on his own. I got all his albums. So yeah, the DeBarge family, and of course, I'm gonna put my New Edition up there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put New Edition up there, and I said this. If y'all go on my website and go check out Turntables, we had a podcast that was stating who was the definitive member in each group, and I've said it and I've argued. Johnny Gill was the reason New Edition succeeded in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I'll give them that. Yep, because they was gonna, I don't want to say they was gonna die, but they went from bubblegum to try to do this grown man sound, and they needed this grown man voice, and they got Johnny, and he added something. Yeah.
They went from Earth Angel, and they went from you gonna have to count me out. You're gonna have to count me out. Then they went from that to cause I need somebody who will stand by me. Yeah, like Johnny grew them up.
They went from straight bubblegum to grown man. So like the bubblegum, they had to shave off all their mustaches and all that, but then when they get to the Johnny, the grown man, they ain't care. Let them get facial hair, beards, and all. And
yeah. They had the song "These Are the Things That Change Boys to Men."
Yep.
Which I'm a fan of Boys to Men also.
I'm gonna just talk about Johnny real quick. If we can go to Boys to Men, for Johnny, his 23-year-old or his 24-year-old body and his voice does not look like the voice that would like his. Okay, how can I put it? His body, how he looks now is how I figured he would sound at that time. You don't see no Jerry Curl, skinny, 23-year-old singing like that. I would figure like this kind of bigger dude with like the I figured that's how he would look. But then I was like, wait, that's Johnny Gill? And I first saw him and he was I forgot what show he, I think it was on Arsenio or something. I was watching a clip and I was young. I was like, that's Johnny Gill? And then I seen him on, I think he was on Moesha, and I was like, no, that's how I figured he would look like that. So his voice sounded grown since he was like little. So hey, I like it. It's good.
Perfect combination.
Well, we gonna move the Boys to Men. What's up with your boys to men?
Motown Philly back again.
Yeah,
Doing
man.
that in the East Coast. Look, I gotta rep Philly, bro.
So, do you like them with Michael or without Michael?
I'll be real with you. It looks better with Michael, but they don't need Michael. I'm sorry.
That's what they said. I was like, if he had some critical parts, then maybe they'll think about bringing him back. But it was like, he don't got no critical parts. All he says, "Hey, girl." It's like, we don't need him.
All the Philly cheesesteaks you can eat. I'm like,
Yeah.
Mike was there, for image, and I'm like, honestly, they don't need Mike for the 4-part harmony. I'm sorry, Mike wasn't really. It's like this. Look, I'm sorry about your bull, but if Michael Bivins got the boot, they won't miss him.
So yeah, because so like I said, I'm a tour watcher, so I go and I watched somewhere they performed Motown Philly with all 4 of them. And it looks so weird because this is the time I guess Michael was having his back problems. So it's like they all dancing and he's just sitting on his throne, just looking at them dance. I'm like, that's kind of like that kind of ain't right. He shouldn't be the one sitting on the throne. But
Exactly.
so,
But all right.
I was like, all right. And then like he did like the last dance was like put your hand in the air. It was like like a pose. I was like, come on, Mike. And then the next year or something they did it, he wasn't there. So I was like, oh, okay, well they got rid of him. They did good. Oh man.
However, if they go into the Hall of Fame, he will be he's part of them.
Yeah, because he was there when they did the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He was there. But I mean, I thought like, look, I think if they do the the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and they perform, like you have to have him perform. Like maybe might not want to, but I'm like, at least let him do something. Like, man, at least let him sit in the chair. They can sit.
I agree with you.
They can sit on the bench or something and play and sing "I'll Make Love to You" song. It's like, gosh.
I do agree with you.
At first I thought he just had that cane because that was the style back then. But I was like, no, he actually had the cane because he needed it. Wow.
I'm like, what?
Because yeah, because like Ricky and all them used to have a cane in their music videos, but like him, I thought it was just a style. But then like he came on stage with it. I was like, oh, so I guess he actually need the cane. Whew.
Exactly.
You got any more groups, or you want me to kind of name some of mine?
Oh well, I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. Do you remember?
Got my elements up in there. I'm a. How can you say you like groups and don't say the Temptations?
Of course, the Temptations. Oh, I can go on and on.
I know. I love Temptations, and then another Philly group that I love, and I actually want to go see them live. Stylistics.
Ooh, okay, the Stylistics.
Oh yeah, you'll never get to heaven if you break my heart. Oh, but see, man, like the sound of Philadelphia, I can just go down and down because that Philadelphia sound was great. So, but yeah, you can name some of yours.
I mean, obviously, the Temptations is like they are up there. You got David, his voice is good. You got Dennis. His voice is good. You got Ollie. His voice is good. You got Melvin. His voice was good. All the lead singers had good voices. It's like I understand. So, you got Paul too.
Which era of the Temptations is your favorite? Did you like the Classic Five? Hold on. Did you like the Dennis Edwards?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like the Treat Her Like a Lady? That era of Temptations, or were you for that Phoenix Rising?
So I always say. Because I put it in different categories. I like, because I got like a certain thing I like. I like the group and it's Otis, Melvin, Richard, Dennis, and Ron. Personally, just me personally. But I do like the Dennis era. When he first joined, it was him and Eddie and Paul and Melvin. And then I also like the Ollie Woodson, with his Ron, Ollie, Otis, the Treat Her Like a Lady era. So yeah, I mean the '83 Temptations is probably like my favorite, just because they do the same songs, but the voices and the way that they harmonize sound different, and I like the way that they sound better. But you know, you can't go wrong with the Classic 5 either. So
what are some of your favorite Temptation songs?
whoo, how long do we get? No, no, I like Can't Get Next to You. Literally, like when you called, that's what I was listening to. Can't Get Next to You. That's because it got everybody in it. You got Cloud9. I Wish It Would Rain. Of course, you got My Girl, but I mean, look, like I said, I'm a tour watcher, and I'm like, I don't listen to My Girl so much. It's like I kind of not. I don't want to say I skip it to be mean, but I skip it when it comes on just because I heard it so many times and so many arrangements. I know what it sounds like, so I'm like, I kind of like other songs, like Treat Her Like a Lady. That you know, hearing that, I like that. So I mean, I ain't even answered the question. So I don't even know. I don't even know. I can't even put my finger on a favorite song.
Okay, well, how about doing this? Let me ask you these questions then.
All right.
I will say the era of Temptations, and then you tell me which was your favorite song from that era. So, Classic 5 era.
Wish It Would Rain, maybe. Wish It Would Rain, or Just My Imagination.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Wish It Would Rain was my breakup song with my ex-girlfriend in college.
Golly.
When we broke up, I was so devastated. I listened to that song, right? And it was raining outside.
Oh, man.
I went out there with the headphones and the CD player. There was no Spotify back then.
Nope.
So I had the old school CD player with the headphones, and I was singing Lily in the Rain like I was Gene Kelly. And the rain came down harder.
Surprised you didn't listen to the Dramatic. I want to go outside.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, day in, day out, the tear stained face gets pressed against the window pane. I was in that joy. Okay, so how about the Dennis Edwards era?
Dennis had Can't Get Next to You. That was mine. Dennis.
You know what? I thought you was gonna probably say Cloud9. That's what's my favorite.
I was gonna say Cloud9 too, but yeah, those two, just because it got everybody involved, I would say those two.
And so the Psychedelic Shay. You missing one though.
What am I missing? Get Ready or what?
No. Cause it was just my imagination.
I said that. I said that for David. I didn't say that for Classic 5. I said just my imagination and the rain.
I read it. Yeah. He said the rain. Okay. The
I wish it would rain. I wish it would rain. Treat Her Like a Lady or Lady Soul.
Okay. You know, yeah. Mine is Heavenly or Memories.
Yes, Memories is a good one, low key, and also I can't even think of the name right now. Why am I blanking? Don't know.
No, but yeah, Heavenly was my joy. Heavenly. I love that joy. That's how love feels when it's right. It's right. That was my. I like those two from that era. Then of course you got this Phoenix Rising era.
Phoenix Rising, Stay. Number one is Stay. Is for me.
Stay is on there. You know what? One else I like that's kind of like underrated. False Faces.
Okay. It's nice. That's a nice song too.
Yes, it with your false face. I just anytime that song come on, I just be in that job, I be popping it all that, man.
Also, you can't leave out Standing on the Top with Rick James. You can't leave that out either.
You're right. You can't leave it standing on the top. Yeah, you're right. You can't leave that out.
But let's see. I mean, Guy. I like Guy. You know, I got the I like, and you know the.
Oh Lord, that's my father-in-law's group right there.
Oh, my Guy I like, don't go that far. It's just that first, I like and Groove Me. Them two, and then I'm kind of like, all right, I'm kind of off of that a little bit. I probably say Teddy Riley. I can listen to his New Jack Swing songs all the time. Okay, I put like a Teddy Riley medley. Him, and then later LaFace, like L.A. Reid and Babyface, and then Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. If I get those, I could do 3 different playlists of just all the songs that they made. Those would be mine. My like playlist.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't forget Janet. Janet, come on now. You got Rhythm Nation. You got Control. Oh my God. Janet's up there.
Don't forget about Janet, but you talk about groups though. But you can't forget about Janet.
Yeah, can't forget about Janet. Yeah, I think those are my groups though. Any, Temptations, Jacksons are like my top three favorites. I think everybody should know that. Um,
I like Blackstreet.
yeah, Blackstreet is cool, no diggity, no doubt. Those are like maybe my groups. I mean, I wouldn't say Jagged Edge because I only like one I only really really like one Jagged Edge song, but I do like the way that they move and like their groups, and I also seen them on the episode of SmackDown, so that that
What?
I had no comment to the episode. They saw Let's Get Married on SmackDown for Teddy Long Wedding, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, for one, why is Bruce here? And for two,
I know. It's not first of all.
no, but yeah, yeah, those probably it for me. And then, like I said, you got L.A. Reid, Babyface, and the songs they made. You got Teddy, and then you got Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and all their songs. So that's all like totally different hip hop, R&B, New Jack Swing. It's all my stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Whew, whew, whew. I mean, we don't even talk about singers enough. You want to go to actors and all that?
Sure.
Let's do it. So,
All right. Go ahead.
so. Well, look, I'm gonna just say, in my opinion, I like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy got so many movies that I like. I'm gonna just say Eddie Murphy is up there, way up there for me.
I love Eddie Murphy too. I do love Eddie Murphy too. What's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
Ooh, it might be Beverly Hills Cop is up there for me. Either that or Coming to America are my two favorites of all. Just two favorites in general. Two favorite movies in general.
See, here's how I feel about Eddie Murphy. When I'm watching any one of his movies or anything Eddie Murphy does from like 1980 to 1996,
Mm-hmm.
I watch it all the way through.
Oh, okay.
1997
Okay.
to like 2007, I turn that shit off.
Oh, I mean, I know what you mean.
I mean, the only one I did give a chance to was Norbit.
I ain't give Norbert a chance.
I gave Norbit a chance, and I gave the Night First 2 a chance.
I gave that a chance. I was like, nah, this is too much. Like the first Night of Professor, it's a quotable movie. I like it. It's a little bit too much on the fart jokes, but it's okay. And then, like you got this movie, like you got Metro. I ain't never watched Metro. I ain't never watched it. I ain't never watched Pluto Nash. I ain't never watched A Distinguished Gentleman. But like I told you this recently. I recently just watched Boomerang for the first time, like last year. I don't know how I missed it, but I did.
Boomerang is good.
Yeah, Boomerang is good. But yeah, you got any Eddie favorites you want to add?
You mean Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, just for right now. We're talking about Eddie for right now.
Oh yeah. Coming to America, Trading Places.
Yeah, Trading Places.
Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I did like 2.
I did not like 3. I'll put that out there. 3 was like, all right.
3 was too 90s for me. I was just like, okay. Everything to make Beverly Hills Cop funny, he took it out. And Eddie Murphy was going through his, I'm going to do 90s stuff.
Yeah.
Low key, one that I probably should not like, but I ended up doing because of guilty pleasure is Dr. Dolittle.
Oh, okay, Dr. Dolittle. Okay, that's like the family movie. Those like you can watch that with anybody. So
only the first one though.
Yeah, because some Eddie Murphy movies you can't watch with everybody in the room because it's too much flip, flar, and flip.
Flip, flar, and flip.
But,
I do agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, 48 Hours is good, and I'm gonna insert my favorite 48 Hours clip just so the people can listen to it. It's the one where he's like, what
the hell kind of cop are you? You know what I am? I'm your worst fucking nightmare, man. I'm a nigga with a badge. That means I got permission to kick your fucking ass whenever I feel like
it. That scene is one of my favorites, and of course, it's like every single line from Coming to America is quotable. Every single line is like a pop culture reference from Coming to America.
I can't wait. You know what? Like I said, watched it the other day. I'm like, I can't wait for the second one.
Oh, yeah. Second one is gonna be good. Let's see. Who else? You know, I mean, we can go back and forth. What are yours?
So obviously I like Denzel. Obviously.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Who don't like him and Forrest Whitaker?
All right.
But
okay.
If I reach into the bag a little bit and pull out some actors, you can't go wrong with Big Will.
Oh, Willie. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, come on now. Wild Wild West did go wrong a little bit. Now, come on now.
It did, but I'm just saying. But he has made the one of the greatest things from rapper to actor, and actually like a legit actor, not the common style. Yeah. I mean, actual acting.
Yep. Like he's so far as like what people forget he was even a rapper. You know.
Exactly. That's what I like about him, because I'm saying he acts so hard, put so much into what he's doing. I like him for that.
I think Ice Cube as well. He kind of got that. People still know NWA, but some people, if you didn't know that was Ice Cube and NWA, you would just think that he's just a actor.
You're right, but I would not give Ice Cube that love over Queen Latifah.
yeah. What is some of your favorite? Yeah, I got you. I was listening to your Queen Latifah. Yeah.
Yeah, because we doing men and women, right?
Yeah. Anybody? Yep.
Yeah. Angela Bassett.
Oh, come on now. You can't name everybody's mama. This is everybody's mama.
Now look, Jennifer Lewis is everybody's mama. Angela Bassett is somebody I'm like, all right, well, you come home with me, and I ain't mad.
But
even though Angela Bassett got that acting face that she always does with the drama, she's great at what she does. Her and Pam Grier.
Oh, okay, all right.
Don't you sleep on Foxy. Don't you sleep on Coffee.
No.
I like me some Pam Grier. And I'm surprised. I knew you was probably gonna say it, but Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie. Yep, Jamie. Well, Jamie's acting style for me, his 90s acting style was like, I'm glad he changed it to the way he do it now, in a sense. Because this 90s acting style, I couldn't really get behind. Like him on In Living Color and him on other shows I watched, like him on Jamie. It's kind of not my style for him, but I guess that's just my opinion. Honestly, it's just my opinion.
Oh, so you're more into the Ray and Collateral style of Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, not the really like the more physical Jamie Foxx.
Okay, I mean, I did like him on Jamie Foxx show, though. I'm not gonna hold you on that.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you got Martin. Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence just in Bad Boys 3 showed me alone that he can act a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look. Can we please if you ever seen, I'm pretty sure you never seen this movie, but for y'all out there that has ever seen The Black Knight, I'm so sorry. I wish you could take that out of your memory, but you can't. But
I've seen The Black Knight.
Yeah.
I've seen Black Knight. I bring you fire. Well, we already have fire. I was like, well, can't watch that.
Yeah, that was I wish my eyes never would have seen that. But I was a fan of Martin. I was just scrolling. Martin, it's like half his movies he's a police officer, and half his movies he's like a dad doing something. It's like, pick one,
You know what? It's like this. I can swallow Rebound, but I can't swallow College Road Trip.
How you gonna have Raven and Martin in the movie and none of y'all turn into a different character? Y'all like anybody else, a different, no makeup or nothing. I was kind of disappointed. But yeah, I understand. Cannot do it.
Disney, that's why.
Well, yeah. But I mean, Rebound was a good story. It was story based. I enjoyed it. What
I thought was going to happen was in Bad Boys 3, spoiler alert, when he was talking about the guy playing basketball, I thought he was going to do like a Rebound tie-in.
That would have been nice. But
I thought he was going to do like a Rebound tie-in. I was like, but we're not going to do that. And this is what Martin was doing when Bad Boys was like, yeah, make a rebound. He was a basketball coach. Yeah. That's why I thought he was getting that. So I was like, oh, is this little young boy from Rebound?
I mean, while we talk about Martin movies, I mean, you got A Thin Line. Uh, got
Between love and hate.
Yep, got Thin Line. Look, in our community, we just call it A Thin Line. We know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
You got, of course, Bad Boys. You got Blue Streak is like one of my favorite Martin movies. Personally.
Okay. Blue Streak was annoying because he tried to do that Jerome Pizza Guy character that bothered the fuck out of me. I would say when it comes to, I got two guilty pleasures because one, for some reason I like National Security. I don't know why.
Because they play it every single week on BET.
Bro, every fucking week. I like National Security though, but also just the first one, Big Mama's House.
Okay, Big Mama's House. The first one is all right. The second one, which one? The second one is when he on the beach. The second one is the one that come on BET the most, and then the third one is just straight up nah.
The third one, there's no way I believe in Brandon T. Jackson is Martin's son.
They should have just kept the same guy. His son was the guy from Like Mike 2. They should have just kept him like this. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess he wants somebody. I guess look, quotations funny.
I guess
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne is good too. You got Matrix. Oh, this man. I mean, even when he was in what's the movie he was in recently? Ride Along. I thought he did okay in it.
Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah.
Cornbread Earl and Me. I like this one. I mean, that's back when he was a young boy, but with Boys in the Hood, that's what really got me into Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay, Boys in the Hood. All right.
Well, Boys in the Hood. I really enjoyed Boys in the Hood.
I mean,
for that reason alone.
Since we're kind of going back and forth a little bit, I'm gonna try to throw out a name that might throw you off a little bit. Well, nah, I'm gonna do a casual one. Chadwick is young. Yes, as young in the business as he is, he's done a lot of things so far. He played almost everybody, almost, saying honestly. He's he did James Brown, I believe he did Thurgood Marshall. He did Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Of course, T'Challa. Of course, he did that. And then his other movies, like 21 Bridges, was all right to me. I enjoyed it.
I had to go see it because I did not get to go see it to make a formal opinion about it. The only thing I want to say about Chadwick is that I think he's a decent actor. I do. It's like it seems like he act better than than he is when the camera's off because he's like so fucking awkward when the camera's off.
It's like he's like Kawhi Leonard in a sense when the camera's off.
You know what? That's actually not a bad comparison.
That's why I feel he's kind of like the same way. Yep.
That's actually not a bad comparison. I'll take that for Chadwick.
I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, I have a lot of people, but it's like not many people. Like I'm trying to think of people that are in like multiple things, not just one or two things that I really like.
Sometimes if you gotta do things you really like, that's cool. Like Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm getting that.
I'll tell you something about Cottonmouth all damn day.
You like
that man is mad.
What about Wesley?
I like Wesley Snipes, and you know what? I was introduced to Wesley Snipes watching Passenger 57. Oh,
okay. I was introduced to him, of course, watching White Man Can't Jump, but this man Wesley is just.
Funny thing, the first time I ever see White Man Can't Jump, like all the way through, I think I was dating my wife 1 year into our relationship. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to go watch White Man Can't Jump.
You just all of a sudden decided, huh?
No, because Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee kept playing it on the Black National thing that comes on Saturdays, and I kept missing it. So then one day it came on TV, and I was like, "Oh, was Perez in this movie too? Is this a Spike Lee movie?" No, and I was like, "White Man Can't Jump." I said, "I never really sat down. If it's someone who loves basketball, I never sat down and watched this movie." So I just said, "All right." Now back then, it wasn't let me Redbox it. It wasn't let me try to find it on the internet. I just bought it.
Yeah,
that's how I used to do my movie. I went to FYE. I said, "White Man Can't Jump" used $5.99. Bam, cool. I took it, came back home, and I said, all right, this one for White Man Can't Jump. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Wesley got some good ones. He got some good ones. I ain't gonna even short him, make him feel bad at night. He got some good ones. Oh man. I mean, Morris Chestnut, he has a couple good ones too. But for me, he would just forever be Tracy T Time, just because. Just because of how many times I done seen that movie, he don't always be Tracy.
You know, that's a guilty pleasure of mine also.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like Mike is a guilty pleasure of mine because I thought at that time, like, this is probably one of Bow Wow's best movies.
It probably still is, probably.
It was so ridiculously stupid. Like, but I was like, you know what? Well, once again, that bias is happening because I'm a fan of basketball. So seeing all of like the basketball players that I like in that movie, like seeing AI, seeing GP, seeing Weber, seeing Dirk and Nash,
McGrady, Vince Carter. I said McGrady and Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, seeing David Robinson, seeing all those people, I was like, man, this is the best thing I had since Space Jam.
Yeah, then they went to the second one, they only had Clyde Drexler. I was like, well, it ruins it, Hopefully in Space Jam, what'd you say?
I was like, why the hell would you create another LA team? Just be the Clippers.
They was like, nah, we want to be good in this movie.
They had the same colors. They had the same outfits as the Clippers. How you gonna have the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Knights?
Hey, we was like for these couple games, these couple hours, just forget about the Clippers in general. I mean, I would really like.
I remember when they came down to Philly to record that too.
Man, I would really like if they did Space Jam 2 like Mike, like they had a lot of players in it. Cause that's what made Like Mike one of those movies. Cause you got all your favorite players, like you said. So,
I mean, I hope Space Jam 2 like that, but I seriously doubt it. First of all, you know why the Space Jam 2 gonna fail?
Why?
Who watches Looney Tunes anymore?
Yeah, that is right. If they would have did it, who you think they should have did it with? Cartoons now that your son watching anything. Who you think they should have did it with? Teen Titans Go? Teen Titans Go?
No, my son, he be like, the cast of iCarly can't do that. So, I'm like, no, we can't do that. And I'm sitting there trying to think, like, do kids even watch cartoons anymore like that?
I think they still do, but they like, personally, I don't like the kids' cartoons of today, but I still got to put them on for the kids. So I mean, I don't like them, but I guess if it's crazy enough, they'll watch it. So
yeah, the thing is, like in 2020, it's no disrespect, but the Looney Tunes have not been hot for about 20 years. They have just not been popular. So you can't go on Netflix or anything like that. Hey, let me find Looney Tunes. Like, you just not gonna find it. So if they're gonna do Space Jam 2 with LeBron, and like, is he gonna interact with Looney Tunes? I'm about to say nobody watches Looney Tunes anymore.
Well, I know my niece; she's into Minnie Mouse, so maybe the Mickey Mouse crew, probably.
LeBron jamming
with Goofy and.
You might just call it Kingdom Hearts.
Oh man, hey, that's maybe okay. Well, maybe Toy Story, maybe, but they not animated, so I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I guess Looney. I don't know. Honestly, they should have just found the cartoon of today and did it with them.
I agree.
Yeah. Or they could have just. I don't know how it's gonna work out, or how they gonna perceive it. But hey, we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully LeBron is a better actor than Michael Jordan. Hopefully.
He should be. I heard he was pretty good in Trainwreck.
He was okay in Trainwreck, but he was himself. Well, he's himself in this movie too, but.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I guess so. John, yeah, I ain't gonna need to talk about Cena in that movie. But, yeah. So, before we get out of here, alright? Tell these people one more time where they can find you.
Sure. You guys have go find me. My social media is Twitter and Instagram at NC Place number 2B. And you guys can go up on the website and go to nerdcoalition.com. Once again, it's the real nerdcoalition.com, where you guys can find all of our Nerd Coalition merchandise. You guys can find all of our content. All 4 of our podcasts that we do produce at Price I was telling you about, that he is featured on quite a lot of them. And we still got more coming. Patreon is coming. Check out Q-Flow, the guy who does the music for this channel. Check him out as well. All on the website. So I recommend go to therealnerdcoalition.com. And Prime, thank you for having me on here. This is really fun. I enjoyed myself.
No problem. But before you get out of here, because you thought we weren't gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it, all right? Because we gotta go back to this New Edition thing, all right? What is your favorite? Sure. What's your favorite song? And just tell me your favorite song.
My favorite New Edition song, I would say would have to be Can You Stay in the Rain, or Sorry You're Not My Kind of Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those. If you're talking about like the solo years,
and then you can go with solo too.
Okay, so Bobby Brown's My Prerogative.
That's what I was gonna get to that. Because I know you danced to that at your wedding. And
at my wedding, man, we killed that joint, and nobody was just but we killed that joint though. My Prerogative by Bobby Brown. When I See You Smile Again by BBD, because they actually showed that they have some other talents other than just, baby oil dancing hard and depending on Ricky. I did that shows some growth. Then when it comes to Ralph Transvan, it's either between Sensitivity or Rated R.
Oh, I like Rated R. That rap part is dope.
Exactly. Then when it comes to Johnny Gill, I'm saying, when it comes to Johnny Gill,
no, I'm playing.
I actually like what's the name of that song?
Half Crazy?
No.
Rub You the Right Way?
It's not Ain't Too Proud to Beg. What was it called?
My Body?
No. Now time's taking over. I ain't too proud to beg. It's just a quiet Town to Love. Is that what's called?
I'm not. Look, I'll be honest. I don't even know.
Yeah. That's my favorite Johnny Gill song. And then of course the one he did with New Edition in his later years.
This one's for Me and You.
Can't baby put that glass down.
Yeah, this one's for Me and You. Yeah.
Yeah, Me and You. There you go. I just said something else. Yeah, and then when it comes to I got Velvet DeVoe. I got I got them all.
You got them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's pretty dope. All right.
Yeah. Those are my favorites from each individual one. Then of course our favorites from because like I said when Johnny Gill grew those boys up. That's what, and that music was hit. Don't get me wrong, I have an underrated love for Popcorn Love just because I like pop locking to it.
Honestly, they started. People say they started the Mannequin Challenge by doing that because they did the Mannequin Challenge when they used to perform that song. So hey.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So I just had to talk about New Edition because we did Temptations, we went in depth. We did Jackson/Jackson 5, we went in depth. And I decided we might as well go in depth on New Edition too because it was my 3 favorites. And then you went in on DeBarge. So, we got them all out the way. And any last words before we get on out of here?
No, man. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what the next part of the side is going to be.
Woo! Well. Yeah, guys. Remember, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KVNG_Primetime. Y'all already know what it is. Anything you want me to get to, just comment down below on the YouTube video, or you can leave me a nice comment on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, wherever you watch me. Y'all can leave me, good comment, a couple good stars, good rating. Also shout out to Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music for making my theme song. I gotta thank you a lot, brother. And if anything you need from Ben, you can go look him up, Petrified Gumbo Music. And Is there anything else I gotta say? Oh yeah, prime time is all the time in Hit It Boys to Men.